recommendations against are those who were allegedly part of the arrest or interference at the scene, not what happened between Boysons and FSL.
That's true, Commissioners. And we were saying the issue of Warrant Officer Morris and Captain Norki and the FSL was a subject of another investigation that IPIT was intended to follow.
So there was really no need then for this paragraph that says, this sentence rather, the drugs were taken to FSL for testing, but some of the bags were changed into different bags. So there was really no need in this report for that sentence because it belongs to a separate investigation in a separate report.
I admit that, Commissioner.
Just sorry, still on this, I would like you to go to, and it's still about this statement about bags, with exhibits being taken out of bags and being put into new bags. And I do strongly feel it's an important issue about which you misdirected yourselves completely. If you go to page 68 of that bundle, that's the Morris list. It's his statement and the list of exhibits, exhibit bags.
Page
68. Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Look at the very last item, which is from the 22nd sports kit bag we placed 15 packages into unique forensic bag number, and he gives a number, and then he says 16 packages into unique forensic bag number, and it is that second number that I'm looking at, PAB, and that number, you see where I'm reading, the very last line.
Yes.
And then go to the next page, page 69. Again, the very last item, unique forensic bag number, PAB, it ends 4259, which is exactly the bag that we have looked at, was placed into unique forensic bag number, PAB, it ends 5198. You see where I'm reading?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And then go to page 72, which is now your forensic analyst. And he gives a list of the bags.
Yes.
And in that list, look at the very last line of that list of bags. The very first one.
Yes.
Right? Not the first one, in fact. 259, hold on. Sorry, I've lost my place. I'm looking to show you that, in fact, where the forensic analyst, he uses the later bag number, the new bag number.
Yes.
That's what he does. Nowhere does he say anything that supports your saying the way that exhibits were taken out of their original bag. There's no number that reflects that.
Yeah, hence I'm saying, Commissioners, that the analyst, when the analyst found the bags, when the analyst write a statement, they will indicate that on this particular day I received this particular exhibit bag.
Yes.
When I opened the exhibit bag, inside that exhibit bag, there was another bag, and then he must mention that other bag as well to indicate that when he opened this forensic bag, there was another bag. Inside another bag, there were 15 bricks, for example. So in this report, the analyst only wrote the second forensic bag that was changed from, according to Warrant Officer Morris, it's saying this forensic bag was placed into a unique bag number so and so. And the analyst, he's only talking about the new forensic bag. He's not giving clarity as to how he received these kind of exhibits.
Yes. And you didn't get an explanation from him. You say it was going to be the subject of investigation. I guess my point remains that you draw that kind of conclusion without speaking even to the analyst. to find out what bags did he receive and show him what
Yeah,
Morris says. But I think I have made my point about it.
Okay, yeah, commissioners, because it is a normal practice with the analyst. When they receive a bag, they indicate as to, I received this bag with these serial numbers. Inside the bag, there was, if there was an issue of maybe placing another exhibit inside another new bag because of whatever reasons, maybe there was a small tear and stuff, they normally indicate as such. But with this report, there was no indication of that nature.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
All right, thank you, Assistant Director. I think you stopped at paragraph 50 on page 12.
I'm here, Commissioner.
Yes, maybe continue from page 12, paragraph 50 then, Captain
Paragraph?
Noki. Paragraph 50.
50. It's not.
I just want to ask a question about something that the Assistant Director said in the context of the 700, 715, which is about a brick that was brought at a later stage, and the Assistant Director is questioning that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I mean, with narcotics and perhaps with anything else that's criminal, you should have an inquiring mind. So, but I just want to find out if you ever asked questions from any people who might have had knowledge about this brick that was brought to the rest afterwards. Did you ask any questions?
Commissioners, we don't even know who sent that brick because we didn't get the opportunity of getting the copy of the docket. And I believe that information is supposed to be in the copy of the docket as to who took this brick at the FSL in a form of their chain statements.
When did you yourself get to know about this?
When I got to receive the FSL report.
And at that stage, you did not make inquiries, like maybe see who you could get information from about that one brick?
No.
Yeah. Let me tell you the evidence that we have heard. I think it was General Flynn. What we heard is that that one brick was discovered after the rest of the suspected contain had been found and taken out, had been found. Let me put it that way. And he explained that because of something adhesive that was inside the bag, this one brick had got stuck onto that adhesive substance inside the bag. That's the explanation or rather the testimony we heard. Do you want to comment on that?
No comment, Commissioners.
Thank you.
I suppose the pointed question is this, as the Assistant Director. Did you speak or interview Warrant Officer Morris at any stage during your investigation?
Yes, I have, Commissioner. When I requested his statement, yes, I did.
And did you speak to Captain Norke?
I have, when I obtained his statement, Commissioner.
And also, did you speak to Mudise?
No,
The analyst.
Did not. No, I did not speak to the analyst, Commissioner.
So you used a statement that was previously submitted elsewhere?
Which statement?
The one that you were referred to on page.
The report?
Yes, the report.
Yes, the report, yes.
Okay. And then did you confront Warrant Officer Morris about these inconsistencies together with Captain Norke?
'Cause immediately after I found the report, when I interviewed Warrant Officer Morris, I wanted clarity as to, you sent these bags that was different from that was booked at SAP 13. Can you clarify that? That's when he gave me this statement of saying this bag was changed to this bag.
And Captain Norke, what was his response?
Captain Norke, if you check Captain Norke's statement, I don't know which annexure is. It will be
Norke, it's
annexure.
TK 18, so that's on page 65.
65.
Yes.
Captain Norkia did not talk about any exchanging of the bags. He only talked about booking the exhibits from Boysens to SAPS Academy for safekeeping. And then the paragraph 6 on his statement, he said on Monday, 2021-0719, together with Warrant Officer Morris, proceeded to SAPS Academy Pretoria West, booked out the exhibits that were kept for safekeeping, proceeded to the Forensic Science Laboratory, FSL, and headed in the exhibits to be analyzed. We were escorted by Gauteng Highway Patrol. During the sealing of the exhibits into the exhibits bags, booking them at SAPS Boysens, booking it from SAPS Boysens to SAPS Academy Pretoria West and to FSL Silverton Pretoria, the bags were intact and no exhibits was tampered with.
Did you not ask him, I mean, his statement is in 2024,
Yes,
according to the commissioner's stamp,
yeah.
and Morris's statement is in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's in 2021. So by the time you speak to Norje about when he hands you this statement, you already know what Morris says about the bags. Did you not think you should ask Norje about it, put it to him so that it is contained in his statement? Put a direct question to him about the bags, because they were doing this together, unless you thought that Morris on the side did the bagging or the sealing alone. If you accept that they did this exercise together, you're now sitting with a Morris statement that you are suspicious of, or in fact that you are criticizing. Why do you not ask Norje directly and then have it recorded in his statement?
Commissioners, I did. That is the reason why he wrote paragraph 7, saying that the exhibits was never tampered with.
Did you ask him about the changing of the bags? That's what I'm asking.
Yes,
Because you say, notwithstanding what Morris says, that we put the one bag inside the other, a
Yes.
new one, you say that's not true. What they did is they changed the bags completely. They took out the old bag and put the exhibit in a new bag. That's what you're saying. Now, you don't specifically, at least Norje doesn't say, we did that or we did not, which suggests to me that, or which may suggest that a direct question was not asked of him. We have bags, we now have a new bag number that doesn't correspond with the SAP 13 number. Explain that. You didn't put that kind of a direct question. It doesn't seem you did. Whatever you may have asked him, it doesn't seem you said to him, Now there are two different bag numbers, SAP 13 and the one that you submit to the lab. Explain that difference.
I don't remember the questions that I posed to Captain Norke, but it was relating to the issue of changing of bags. And he indicated that the bags were never tampered with.
Okay.
And just to finish that point, Commissioner Baloyi referred you to Morris's statement on page 69.
Yes.
The paragraph 14, just after the part where they deal with unique serial numbers of forensic bags.
Yes.
They do say that all of this was done in the presence of the members of the case management team at the Pretoria FSL. So it's not as if they were sitting somewhere by themselves tampering with evidence bags. They say they transported the bags, got to FSL, there were bags that were damaged, and where they put new bags, or rather old bags inside new bags. This is happening at reception in the presence of the case management members at FSL. So there can be a possibility of them tampering with the bags because they are doing it in the presence of FSL at FSL.
Commissioners, I hear what you're saying. I saw what he wrote, but it was an issue that needs to be tested. Because remember, when this thing of changing these, especially this number of bags, they know very well that it needs to be photographed. At this time, it's just when they were changing these bags and putting the old bag into the another bag. If they are saying, yes, I've seen the statement that says it was done in the presence of these people.
So FSL can confirm that they
Yes,
can say
FSL
it happened or it did not happen.
Yes, hence I was saying it was an issue of us confirming when we are investigating this case because of this is Warrant Officer Morris who took the exhibits to forensic, but yes, it was Warrant Officer Morris and Captain Norke.
And Norke.
But the challenge that we're having is when the analyst is not talking about these two bags, it's only referring to one bag.
Yeah, but then there's no room for the speculative statement in the report or in the affidavit. What should have happened is you should have said, Morris says this in his statement. I have not confirmed with FSL whether what he says is true or not. And that's where it should have been left. Until you have confirmed with FSL that this did not happen in their presence and they did not approve of it. Because I'm assuming that FSL knows how drug exhibits should be handled. And FSL case management team would not allow something like that to happen in their presence, especially when you're dealing with exhibits that are being booked at FSL.
I agree, Commissioners.
Thank you.
I'll also just say finally that the same page that Commissioner Khumalo has referred you to, in paragraph 13, this is the Morris statement, he explains the condition of the bags that were then placed in the new bags. And that's no contradiction to what Norke says. When Norke says there was no tampering with the bags, right? It doesn't contradict what Morris says in his paragraph 13, because what Morris says in paragraph 13 is the few unique forensic bags was damaged from the handling of the drug exhibits, the weight of the drugs in those bags, and the moving of the drugs from Boysen to Pretoria West Training College and to the FSL. He says they suffered damage because of that. Now, that's no contradiction to Norke saying that they were not tampered with. And again, there's that flaw in how you conclude that they are contradictory because Norke doesn't, and that's why I was asking you the question about, but did you ask him directly to explain the bags? And you didn't. You rely on him saying the exhibits were not tampered with, and you say that contradicts. There's no contradiction at all. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Assistant Director, just to round off the point, from your meeting or interview with Warrant Officer Morris, it seems to me that he did not provide any statement to you that is relating to your conversation, because the statement that he gave to you, in fact, existed prior to even the case that you are investigating existed. Do you see that?
Yeah, I saw that, Commissioners. When I spoke to him about the issue of him transporting the drugs, he gave me this statement saying, no, he'll give me this statement. It is the statement that he gave on the other docket.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's no statement that records or that seems to respond to any of your questions that you might have had with him whenever you did. Because this statement can't do that, because this statement existed way before the case was open.
Yeah, this is the statement that he was standing by, because he gave this statement previously on the other case.
Yes.
Yes, because the question was about the transporting of the drugs, and this is the statement is talking about transporting of the drugs. So it was sufficient.
Yes, and I'm saying you never asked him for a fresh statement to record your conversation or your interview with him. You accepted the statement as he gave it to you.
Yes, I accepted the statement.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was saying it's a very old statement that he
Yeah.
had in his file.
Yes.
Yes. I think we stopped you at paragraph 51. We've dealt with some of the issues, so you can just quickly go through from paragraph 51 to 54 for the purpose of the record.
Paragraph?
51 on page 12 of your statement.
Paragraph 51. One will wonder as to why the exhibit bags were changed. According to my experience, if the exhibit bag is damaged, you must place the damaged bag inside the new bag, and the photographer must be present to take pictures. In this case, it did not happen like that, and it had created the impression that that was submitted at FSL might not be the same items collected at the crime scene. It is also noted from their statement that the drugs were taken from Boysen's SAPS to Pretoria West SAPS College for safekeeping. One would wonder as to why drugs were kept at Pretoria West SAPS College rather than being taken straight to FSL, which is also in Pretoria. There's no paper trail that talks of Pretoria West storage because they were not booked in the SAP13 store. The forensic analyst, as per lab number 216851/21, indicated that on 2021-07-21, I'm not sure whether it's a she or he, received a 49 sealed exhibit bags with 715 solid substance blocks for analysis, marked inter alia poisons, SAP13 610 of 2021, case 98 of 7/2021. On 2021-08-10, another exhibit bag with unique number bearing the same case number, Boysen's case 98 of 7/2021, but with no SAP13 number, was received at FSL for analysis. It is not clear as to where the exhibit was found as it did not form part of the exhibit collected at the crime scene and booked at SAP 13610 of 2021, case 98 of 7/2021. Can I continue, Commissioners?
Yes, please continue on the warning statements.
Okay. On 2023-06-05, the letter requesting warning statement from alleged suspect mentioned by the complainant were drafted. The request for warning statement was for General Kadwa, General Khan, Brigadier Sukhobela, Colonel Stein, and Lieutenant Colonel Sibula. The letter had the allegations and questions that they must answer. They were requested to submit their warning statement on or before 2023-06-22. On 2023-06-07, the request letter was hand-delivered to Crime Intelligence Office in Pretoria for General Khan. On 2023-06-08, the other request letter was hand-delivered at Jamestown DPCI office for General Kadwa. On the same day, the other letter delivered at Jamestown DPCI for Brigadier Sokhobela, Colonel Stein, and Lieutenant Colonel Sibula. On 2023-06-14, a response was received from General Kadwa acknowledging receipt and indicating that the DPCI members involved applied for legal representatives and they will notify IPID when they will submit their warning statement. On 2023-06-15, a response was received from General Khan seeking further information. On 2023-06-19, further information was provided to General Khan. On 2023-11-15, warning statement of General Khan was obtained at Crime Intelligence Office. On 2023-11-27, warning statement of General Kadwa, Brigadier Skobela, and Colonel Stein were obtained at IPID offices. On 2024-02-06, warning statement of Lieutenant Colonel Sibula was obtained at IPID offices.
All right, thank you. Can you then explain to us, under this topic, you call these warning statement. Can you just explain why do you call, because other statements, you call them witness statements and independent witness statements and so forth. But these ones you say it's warning statements. What does that mean?
A warning statement, it is a statement that we obtain from the alleged suspects. They are called warning statement.
At that stage, is there a prima facie case for them to answer when you request these statements?
Yes, there was.
I'm saying when you ask for a warning statement, as a general proposition, is that then you have basis
Yes,
for them to answer a case?
yes.
Okay. Let's have a look at I'll just pick one example. Let's go to TK22. That's the one that you sent to General Khan. And these letters that you sent to all different individuals, they are all standard and similar. You accept that?
Yes.
Yes. And I suppose if you go to, so the statement, it starts at page 77.
Yes.
Or is there a request for a warning statement? It starts at page 77. And what I want you to speak to Perhaps read into the paragraph, into the record, paragraph 6 of that. So that's page 78.
Okay. Paragraph 6, the IPID have certain information in its disposal indicating that you may have been involved in the commission of an offense committed on the 9th of July 2021 at Aretin, either by action or omission, defeating the ends of justice.
Yes. And
We-
then
Okay.
in that, then I want you to jump to the next page, on page 79.
Okay.
And what I want us to deal with is paragraph 11.
Okay. On or about, okay, the questions are as follows. On
And
or-
maybe start at paragraph 11 itself, where it says we
Okay.
are entitled to ask you
Okay.
questions concerning your alleged involvement.
Okay. We are entitled to ask you questions concerning your alleged involvement in the commission of an alleged offense, but you are not compelled to answer them. Your answer to the questions will be and may be used as evidence in court of law. Further, that you have the right to consult with a legal practitioner before answering any questions. The questions are as follows. On or about 9th July 2021, did you attend the crime scene at Aretin? How did you know about the crime scene? And what was the complaint all about? And also, who was the complainant? What was the role at the crime scene and throughout the entire investigations? Who effected the arrest at the scene of poisons on case 98 of 7/2021? And what was the charges brought against the suspect? And what informed the charges? What happened to the truck driver who brought the drugs from Devon to Aretin and the person who was going to receive the cargo? Did you at any stage try to establish the owner of the alleged drugs and who was supposed to receive them at the warehouse at Aretin? Was the origin of the drugs ever established during your investigations? What happened to the case in questions, poison case 98 of 7/2021?
My concern with those questions, remember at paragraph 6, you say that you have information that implicates someone. But then you come to paragraph 11, you ask questions that are very general, and they don't seem